Be prepared. Put your seatbelt on. Disclaimers, forewarnings of things we say because there's no law. No law, no stimulus. No stimulus, no checks. Whatever people are telling you doesn't exist yet. Welcome to Advancing with Financing Holiday Edition. So we had a past stimulus, but now it's blocked. And even when and if whatever happens with this thing, the SBA still has to create the rules for this thing.
Under the legislation, which I've read extensively, the legislation says the SBA has 10 days after the president signs the law to create the rules for lending. So yes, the legislation creates guidelines, but the SBA has to take those guidelines and mesh them together with what the SBA is allowed to do under lending procedures. So we've got to wait for those SBA rules before anything happens.
We strongly recommend to stop watching these YouTube experts that are expounding on exact rules that don't exist yet.
How can they know what the rules are? The SBA hasn't created them yet.
Yes, there are times when we may say what is being proposed or what was passed in a proposal of what's not yet law, but nothing is set.
I've read this legislation. I read it several times. It's over 400 pages, which I extracted from this 6,000-page bill, and then another section of the Economic Act. Bottom line is what information you can get up to this point, any information you're going to get from anybody is just our interpretation of the rules. The ipso facto authority is the SBA. They interpret and create rules for lending. And that's for the PPP program and for the extension of the EIDL program.
You want to be educated? We get it. Just be wary of what information you're listening to or watching because
grain of salt.
There's no law yet.
Hang tight. We know everybody's worried and anxious and impatient, but until SBA creates the rules, we can't know definitively how the lending programs are going to work. We saw this happen in April, leading up to the CARES Act being signed into law. Even after it was signed into law, people were like, this is what it is, this is what it is. I attended webinars, people were saying what it was, and then guess what happened? SBA created the rules, which kept changing day after day, sometimes multiple times a day. It was complete madness and chaos. Hopefully this time...
Is there an echo in here? Because it's like deja vu all over again. Watch where you listen to your news.
Be careful out there. Hit the thumbs up button. Click on the little bell when you subscribe.
Because when there's real news, we're going to be bringing you accurate information. I'm Linda Ray.
I'm Naughty.
We're Aurora Consulting.
Financing solutions for your
business success story.
We love stories, like it was upon a midnight Christmas Eve. God bless us, everyone.